Thank you for joining me on this segment of Today Enjoy Yourself. I'm your host, Charlie Davis III, and we are en route to visit Franklin Rudolph. He is a U.S. Navy veteran who is recovering from addiction. We have Franklin with us today. Franklin Randolph. Rudolph. Man, I got that wrong again. Franklin Rudolph here with us, who is a who is a veteran of the Navy.
U.S. Navy.
U.S. Navy. And Franklin has overcome some challenges that some of us have encountered, and I'll let Franklin go ahead and tell us in his own words what issues and what challenges you have overcome.
You know, I am a drug addict. I was addicted to crack cocaine for about 20 years. I'd be lying if I said I overcame this with just my own powers. It took a lot. It took family. It took a whole network of people, sisters, friends, my brothers, and the help of the VA. Went to a rehab, VA sponsored, and it really helped me. I went there twice, actually. The first time didn't help me for some reason. But the second time, I've been straight and sober now since May 23rd, so I'm going on a year now, and I feel great.
Franklin, I know people may not know that VA has a lot of advantages to them. Now, as far as this apartment, did the VA assist you in getting this apartment?
Well, that's a good question in and of itself too, Charlie. While at Villa Serena, I applied for the VASH program, which is the Veterans Assisted Housing Program. I got a voucher, and before I could utilize that voucher, however, my income changed. So the apartment is basically, I'm paying for it. I say that, however, the VA is helping me since I am disabled. So yes, the VA has many different programs. Right now also, I am trying to get back into school, finish school up. This is another program the VA has to assist veterans. And those are only two of many. There are many. If you are a veteran and you hear this message, yes, do not sit back and wait for anything. Go out and seize it. You need not be at home depressed. You need not be at home thinking of ending your life or anything like that. The VA is here to help us. Go to your local VA, go to the emergency room, and they can help you.
So, Franklin, those temptations are all over.
That's true. The biggest temptation there is time. I find myself with an abundance of time these days, and I go to meetings, and I'm going to spiritual meetings as well, church. But I do find myself with an abundance of time left over and needing something to fill that time with. And it's in those moments that the old places, people, and things pop up. And it's at those moments I call friends and family and make it my duty to find something positive to fill that gap or that time.
Franklin, where do you call home?
Well, I was born and raised right here in San Antonio, Texas, Latham Air Force Base. I am the fourth of six children. My dad was a retired Air Force sergeant. My older brothers and sisters and my parents are from Louisiana, but Texas is where I call home.
Franklin, what school did you attend?
Actually, I went to Holmes High School here, and I went to St. Mary's University, also in San Antonio.
Drugs can hinder your body, damage your body in a negative way. Has it done so for you? Or what problems have you incurred?
Mr. Davis, that's a good question. Drugs not only hinder and have a negative effect on your body, but also your mind. After years and years of abusing crack cocaine, I have found myself paranoid and sometimes with memory losses, short-term memory losses. As far as my body, I've suffered 4 heart attacks. My blood pressure is uncontrollable. My diabetes is uncontrollable. And I have a defibrillator implanted in my chest. And in case of the 5th heart attack should occur, it won't kill me. All these things have had a very negative effect on my life. I'm 46 years old, yet I have the body of an 80-year-old man and the heart of an 80-year-old man. So, drugs are very dangerous. And with that being said, I'd like to also add, our veterans of this country have fought for our freedoms, and they've come back to this country alive. It's a shame that they feel they have to take their own lives to get their own freedom and peace. I encourage every veteran who hears this, or anyone who knows of a veteran who is suffering from a mental or suicidal thoughts, to contact their nearest VA office, go to the emergency room, ask for the help. It doesn't make you weak, it makes you stronger. The role my family has played in my recovery is very great. They were there during my 20-year struggle with my addiction to crack cocaine. They've always been in my corner, almost to the point of enabling me. They did cut me off, and they did show the tough love, which is necessary. And when I pulled myself away from them, they pulled me even closer. And it's because of them that I'm even sitting here with the opportunity to discuss this. For without that, I'd be dead. I know that to be true. I have incurred many medical problems and conditions due to my addiction. And without my family and friends showing me the love and support they did, I would not be here to give this message to you.
Franklin, I know we talked about family support. How about relationships with the opposite sex? How's that going for you? Is that working well for you at this time?
Well, at this time, I am single. I've never been married. And for the last 20 years, I have not been in any really productive or fruitful relationships. After I left Villa Serena rehab, I stayed with an ex-girlfriend who is also one of my biggest supporters. Without her, I wouldn't be here. She's been very vital in my life for the last 25 years, and without her, I wouldn't be here. I don't always take her advice or the advice of my family, which I should, but I don't. I'm looking for a significant other at this time, and hopefully, God willing, that person will avail themselves to me.
Franklin, it's been a pleasure talking with you today on this segment of Today. Enjoy yourself. Before we depart, Franklin, is there one thing that you would change? Something that you would do differently? I guess, say 20 years ago or before you started your addiction?
The first thing I would change, if I could go back 20 years, not to become addicted to drugs, to cocaine. With that said, I wouldn't change too much. Maybe my behavior during my addiction was horrible. And along with the drug addiction, as you know, come crime. And I've committed many crimes that I'm not proud of. And if I had a way currently to repair the damages I've done, I would do it.
Franklin, now that you're not on drugs, and I consider you a productive part of society, where do you go from here? What's your next step?
My next step is to continue in the path that I'm currently on. My next step is not only to make sure that I stay sober, but I would like the opportunity to help other veterans, other addicts, to also climb up out of that pit of misery and join society. I think that's my next step. And as I mentioned to you earlier, I'm looking at starting school this summer and finishing my last year, get my bachelor's degree. But the whole time I'm doing this, I plan on trying to stay active in the rehab community, if you will. The rehab center itself is great once you get there. It's getting the people to the rehab center that is sometimes the problem, Charlie.
Thank you, Franklin. It's been a pleasure.
It's been a pleasure as well.
And this time, get your name right. Franklin Rudolph, not yes. Franklin Randolph. Well, again, thanks guys for tuning in to Today Enjoy Yourself. My name is Charlie Davis III. Remember, today, enjoy yourself. Take care. Franklin has admitted his addiction to crack cocaine, and he understands his higher power. He will continuously seek assistance by all means while illuminating others so they will follow his steadfast ways into sobriety. He will continuously uplift his relationships with family and friends. So today, Franklin, enjoy yourself.